What's up, guys? Grizz Wizard here.
And I'm Hera.
Coming back for another reaction to the Rings of Power. Part 2 of 3 of our little premiere trilogy that we got here. Because they dropped 3 of them on us.
Just a little one.
Shout out to Nerd Chronic for editing this reaction for us and sneaking it past the blockade. We're off to a good start. Adar's making moves. Sauron is back.
Yeah.
And what a comeback story.
Seriously, what a
Good for him.
rolling, oozing comeback.
Stop describing it. God. You can't keep it.
I love the way he was like flopping around.
He was squelching. He squelched his way through Middle Earth as a bunch of black spaghetti. And you can't keep a good Dark Lord down. You know, you just can't. That's the moral of the story here.
Yeah.
We've already busted out the 3 rings, right?
Yep,
for the Elven Kings Under the Sky. And from that little trailer we got at the end of the
worn.
last episode, it looks like we're going to just get all the rings this season.
Yeah.
7 for the Dwarf Lords, 9 for the Rings of Men, and then maybe we'll get the ring.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But either way, they're moving a lot quicker through it than I thought they were going to, because season 1 really took its time. It really took its time getting to those 3 Elven rings, and now we're getting just like the rest of them.
The storytelling has been a little out of order, though, so it could feel like it's progressing really fast, but really they're just introducing details to us early that they're then going to go back and fill the gaps in.
Oh, I think they're definitely going to do it that way.
All the Adar, Sauron, the
flashbacks and finding out what happened there.
Yeah.
It was cool getting to see Sauron played by like a different actor, really driving home that he takes on so many forms, and that like you can never tell who you're dealing with when it comes to Sauron. Like, you can't even trust his, like, a very definitive death. Like, they murdered the hell out of that guy.
He was
and Adar had every reason to be like, oh, yeah, we killed Sauron. Like, that's a reasonable assumption after what happened. But you can
Nobody can come back from that.
You can never be too sure. Not with Sauron.
Yeah,
not with Dark Lords.
We know that he ends up living as a floating eyeball in the sky, so,
Which was never in the books.
Oh, really?
He was never a floating eyeball in the books. No, that was a movie invention. And it's a great visual. But I don't know if we're going to see eyeball Sauron in this show ever.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No. But we're going to see something with Theo and his mom and
Theo and Bronwyn,
or whatever his name is.
Arondir, yes. Also, Durin and his wife and everything going on at Khazad-dûm as well.
Yeah, I'm so excited for him and the wife too. Like, I want to hear her sing again and like do all of her like.
Yeah, her singing to the rocks was really cool.
Yeah.
That was a really cool thing in season 1.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Without further ado, Rings of Power, season 2, episode 2. Let's go.
Gosh, I love how many times they're showing us the close.
They're really giving us like the money shots of this volcano. Like, they're really getting their money's worth out of the VFX
they
budget.
did it again. The landscape to map transition. I love that stuff. Oh no!
Do you think we could recreate this by like spilling ink on our table? And here we are at Khazad-dûm, as they say. Different than Mordor.
Cool.
Yeah, that's an awesome shot. Look at this.
Oh, and that's how they project light. Oh, so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's such a detail. Getting to see Khazad-dûm in its like the height of its glory. It's so good.
Yeah. Being so alive.
That was a good
Look at this little marketplace.
Yeah. That was a cool transition too, the way it came down into this shot.
Wait. 2D. Huh? You're the one said it would be wise to tighten our purse strings. Or were you not including yourself when you said that?
Yeah, he's probably not on the royal budget anymore.
Yep.
You know?
Oh my god, did you see the little mushroom? She was like, huh? This is more appropriate.
I'm bound to the dwarf I love.
Aww.
And I wouldn't trade his heart for a mine full of fire opals.
Did they give her more beard?
Absolutely.
I don't think she had any beard last season.
She had a little.
Did she?
I think she did.
Good for them.
Yeah.
He's as stubborn as a stone leg.
Uh-oh.
She's feeling it.
Brace yourself.
That's cool. I love that she felt it before everyone else.
How is she so much more in tune?
Bro!
No!
Alright, well, some people died. Some people died for sure.
This poor happy place.
Does this happen often underground like this?
No, obviously. The whole thing is that they have techniques where they know where to dig and where not to.
Right.
This is probably a level of devastation that they've never had.
Oh no.
How did that happen?
The light got blocked somewhere along the chain. The long dark of Moria. Okay, opening theme. We didn't get this yesterday. Or like last episode.
Mm-hmm. This is like Sauron when he was like oozing everywhere.
Oh, gross. Well, you ruined it. You ruined the intro. Ugh. That's right. Remember? They did the similar thing last season and we learned that it was practical. They actually were manipulating things with vibrations and magnets. And that's also really, really cool for like a Tolkien story because in Tolkien, the entire world, the universe was created with a song.
Right.
It was created by music. So using vibrations to create this is like the sound waves of song. And it's a cool way to bring the whole thing full circle, you know?
My dear.
Aww, Finrod. I mean, you know he'd be super proud of you, though. Mm-hmm. For carrying on his mission and carrying on his fight.
He'd be believing in her, too. Like...
Yeah. He would be on her side through all of this. Like,
they did not tell me you had arrived.
So has he received word, then?
What news?
I've had an unexpected visitor.
He has returned already.
Is this a dream?
He's in your head. What a gorgeous set they're on.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Oh! Jumanji.
We're just never going to be free of the spaghetti monster visuals. Hey, he's saying the thing. Nampat. Damn.
Oh, Celebrimbor.
That's cool. The way it turned him into a carving like that, though.
What of the whereabouts of Sauron?
Our spies indicate that Sauron was last seen traveling into Mordor.
Galadriel.
Galadriel's having a moment. Give her a second here.
We should send ships up the Anduin. Invade Mordor. From the west.
See to the preparations.
You know, thinking about it, I feel like invading Mordor from the east makes the most sense because the mountain ranges open up to the east. Mm-hmm. It's all closed off to the west, you know?
Sauron sees himself not as master of a barren waste, but of all Middle-earth.
Right.
He seeks to rule it not only through conquest, but by bending the minds and wills of all its peoples to his own. And for that he needs not armies, but rings. And he cannot craft them without Celebrimbor.
Feeling a little insecure there?
Rest assured. Celebrimbor and the secrets of his craft
are written down on a scroll that anyone can read.
I mean, before Mount Doom erupted, the elves really did feel pretty untouchable. Mm-hmm. And I think that Gil-galad still just has that hubris of like, dude, Sauron can't get us here. He can't get Celebrimbor there. We're safe. Not realizing the lengths that he actually can go to.
Sauron's plan is in motion. Even now, I know it. Since the wearing of this ring, I have perceived glimpses of the unseen world.
Like an eye is watching her.
Lidless, wreathed in flame.
You believe the rings have kindled your ability to see that which has not yet come to pass.
Have they kindled yours?
How can you trust the visions being given to you by rings that were made in such suspicious circumstances, though?
Once the deceiver obtains a being's trust, he gains the ability to sculpt their very thoughts, to deceive not only their heart and mind, but their eyes and ears. You have already been affected once.
He knows my mind. And I know his.
I like that we're at a place where she doesn't deny his influence anymore, though. She's not like, oh, Halbrand's not in my head. She's like, yeah, he's there.
Halbrand was not.
Sauron. You cannot face him alone.
He just proved his point. She still thinks of him as Halbrand, you know?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like she was only willing to start thinking about him as being a trusting person because she was always suspicious of him.
She was, but the fact that she still thinks of him as Halbrand in her mind is showing that she's not grasping this is Sauron we're dealing with, you know?
Lord Celebrimbor regrets to inform you. He's unable to grant you entry, but he wishes you good fortune on your journey.
Are you asking me to leave?
The Lord of Eregion is asking you.
Perhaps I'll just wait here. Just in case he changes his
Let me
mind.
just tie my horse to one of these pillars.
To a wicker basket.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hold it. Okay, there's a proper, like, a loop and stuff.
Why did he intentionally show her his back to her? To make her pity him?
Get her attention, maybe?
Well, he can refuse all he cares to. I promised Lady Galadriel before she left that I would never treat with him again.
And you don't even know why.
He'll leave soon enough. Messengers from Lindon should arrive with news any day.
And Celebrimbor, he's just following orders. He doesn't actually know the reason why he's not... Like, they didn't reveal that to him still.
Yeah, clearly he still hasn't gotten news from Lyndon.
They should have told him, because now he could be manipulated.
What's that?
What is this?
Damn.
That's... Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So Celebrimbor never got the message. Confirmed. Oh, that's a gorgeous shot. Look at that.
Cool.
This feels very runic. Is that skeleton mask?
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking too.
Nice.
Look how ancient this place looks.
Yeah, he's got a cool look. Caddis Gare. Western Rune. Nope, wizard alert. Look at that guy. That's a wizard right there.
Mm-hmm.
So this music's very interesting.
Why not? Are they turning into moths? Oh no, they're just carrying them.
Okay, so this is where those people were sent from then. Because look, they're totally wearing the same garb as the three that tracked down Gandalf.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Ooh, look at all the snakes on her. That's really cool.
Why?
Just feeling kind of sacrificey.
Mm-hmm.
He looks incredible. Look at that little beard squiggle, the little white. It's a great detail. I think he just gave them instructions and sent them off to do something. The moths. Whoa. Okay.
Like a crazy murmuration.
Seriously. Well, because Saruman would do the same thing with birds. He'd send the birds off to spy for him. So this is like a typical wizard move, I think.
It's becoming like a form.
Oh, you're totally right. It's taking a shape.
I wonder why I needed to leave in order to do that. Whoa.
Oh, it's the one. It's the one from last season. It's the short-haired one.
Okay.
What tidings from the White Wings?
Sauron's shadows deepening. It is said he has taken a new form to deceive his enemies.
I hear whispers from salt scavengers and Mumakil thieves.
Mumakil, Oliphants.
Perhaps the blood I wasted to bring you before me should have been spent on more useful servants.
Damn.
Master, one of the trackers we sent out has returned.
The Master of Mordor.
Like, how many R's can we roll?
I know how to capture him.
Brank. Okay, we've got a name for Kaleidoscope. It's Brank.
What makes you think a mortal like yourself could defeat an Istar when my most powerful acolytes could not?
So he's a wizard, but he's not an Istar?
Because if he doesn't,
Is that
I will
around here?
slaughter the halflings he calls friends.
I'm all in.
That's
I'm all
Arondir.
in on the
I'm
evil
calling
wizard,
it.
man. That's, who?
Is Arondir?
Arondir?
Arondir.
Is wearing the
Yeah,
skull mask?
That's who it is.
How?
I don't know. It looked like he had his like leafy armor.
Maybe he's a
And his
former
voice
elf.
sort of sounded like it.
Maybe he's a former
I thought
elf.
elf at first.
Arondir's in a whole different place right now.
No one can give you a name. It is yours already. And when you hear it spoken, you feel your heart glow.
Okay, well, this pretty much confirms for me that we're going to get his name by the end of the season now. You know, if they're introducing this.
Says here if we turn northeast, we can cut this leg of the journey in half. Over there, come on.
Oh my gosh, shortcuts are never a good idea. In
It says here in the folk tune.
Yeah, this tiny piece of paper that somehow covers all of this land.
With really, really little writing, right? It's Harfoot writing.
My preference would be to avoid the path in which we would run out of water the first day and die of heat the second.
Yeah, Poppy's using video game logic. If we just go straight over the mountains in a straight line, eventually.
Silence.
What is it?
On the wind.
Almost sounds like hooves.
The hooves of Mordor.
Are we gonna have like a little hobbit hiding from the
I can't believe you thought
horse
that was Aaron Deer.
riders? I know, right?
I mean, Harfoots are like excellent at hiding, right? That's like their whole thing.
They're so good that even he can't keep up with it.
He's like, shit, I'm 7 feet tall. What do I do? I think we need to wear these outfits to Ren Fair. Be so
I hope
good.
to see some for sure. It's just like Harry Potter with the invisibility cloak. Uh-oh. Definitely. Look at it, it's a rattlesnake.
I like his mask. It's very bird-like. Makes me think of that one Inquisitor from Tales of the Jedi that Ahsoka killed.
Nobody goes off trail.
Trail.
Nobody
They
walks
don't
alone.
want to go on.
I like it. Even though they've left the village behind, the Harfoot philosophy still like serves them and guides them.
And even he takes it too.
Yeah.
Like he understands the culture behind it.
Really makes me wonder how much of Gandalf's personality is formed by who he interacts with. Like, what if he'd landed near orcs? Would his personality be different than if he'd landed near Harfoots and learned from them, you know?
I don't know.
King Durin,
Disa, Narvi, your report.
Not long ago, a fire mountain awoke,
Collapsing our sun shafts.
and with them, our ability to grow crops.
However,
every stone singer you've brought here has failed to identify a safe path to dig.
I'm afraid that's true.
With your approval, sire, we will find the light.
You have it.
He's like, okay.
King Durin's great.
Yeah, he is. Cool.
Torches they've had to.
I was afraid of that. What if the singing just makes it worse?
That's what I thought was gonna happen too.
The stone singers have fostered our sacred connection to this rock. And in all those years, not once have they ever ceased to provide for us. The bond is broken.
Doomed.
The hand of darkness is closed around Khazak Dum. Dig carefully, dear master.
I like that there's no opposition here. Everyone is in agreement with each other and everyone respects everyone. They're like, no, you're wrong. This is what's going to work. Like, they're totally in agreement here.
Are you really going to make me ask?
How your son is?
Surely Durin knows I spoke in anger.
If that's an apology I hear, King, try saying it to my husband.
Why should it be me who apologizes?
You're the one who did the rash move.
You both need to apologize. He was out of line, but the king way overreacted.
He way overreacted, I agree.
They're both to blame here.
What you call stubbornness. Son dwarves call strength.
Oh, I imagine it does take strength to carry a grudge so heavy, to keep your wounded heart so tightly bound it can barely beat.
It truly does.
No wonder we can't hear the mountain. Its king is deaf to the sorrow of his own son.
Still your axe, Disa!
You want to show true strength?
Seriously.
Leave it to him, and the peaks of Zaraxagil will thaw before this feud of yours will.
Man, of course Tisa's the MVP.
Yeah, right?
Of course she's the one that brings them back
it's
together.
just so interesting because you know that Prince Durin is everything to King Durin.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he's still sticking to it.
Palace hands. Been polishing jewels all his life.
Don't bully Durin, you guys.
Right? He's here working.
It's his fault we're in this mess. Not his father. Eh?
Uh-oh.
Lay your finger on me again. I'll bite it off at the knuckle.
Kick his ass, Durin. Damn, he's not having a good time.
So he's just like staying with the.
He's just like, I'm a shipbuilder now.
elves.
This is my life now.
Our letters to Celebrimbor have all gone unanswered. I fear Sauron may be in Eregion.
So they've killed multiple messengers at this point, then.
Mm-hmm. The High King believes that if I were to face the enemy alone, I may be vulnerable to deception.
And why would he think that?
Stop it, Elrond.
I mean, he does have a point.
Sauron used me, and under his hand I was played like a harp to a melody not of my choosing.
Sauron looked inside you and plucked the very song of your soul, note by note, making himself out to be exactly what you needed, the lost king who could ride you to victory.
And that is why we need you. Help us navigate this labyrinth.
There is no navigating it. The labyrinth is his. As long as you stay in it, you have already lost.
Elrond's like the only one who sees this for what it is, it feels like.
I cannot let him in again. I cannot.
She fears it too.
I don't know if it's an acting choice or just a natural thing, but her blinking it's so perfect. Like it conveys so much the like
she
the
has
half
really good
blinks,
facial acting.
Oh my gosh, right?
You promised me once that if but a whisper of a rumor of what I feared proved true, you would not rest until it was put right.
Yeah, that's what he's doing right
If
now.
our friendship ever meant anything to you, please leave.
Damn.
Oof.
Master Círdan, I cannot trust these rings.
He's shaving with a power shell?
Would you cast Romil's verses into the flame because the poet was a drunkard?
You look better with a beard.
Yeah, he was a good bearded elf.
Judge the work, and leave judgment concerning those who wrought it to the judge who sees all things.
That feels impossible.
Really? Círdan's out here being like, separate the art from the artist?
We do not yet fully understand these rings, but look at the power they exert over every form of life. You are wise to fear this power, Elrond, but do not let that fear blind you to the ways it can be used for good.
Oh my god, really? That's not fair.
God, what do they weigh? Like 20 pounds each?
What are you doing?
Don't waste the water.
I saw it. I know I saw it. Come on. Poppy's not breathing anymore.
Yeah, she saw something when they were being dragged. What'd she see?
See what?
It's not a mirage.
Water.
Oh,
It's a well.
Hurry, Poppy.
I know this is a dangerous spot to be
Yeah,
exposed.
they're very exposed right here. And also, like, they know that they're running out of water, so if they put this well here as some sort of an illusion, as a trap, you know?
I know. I was wondering if we were going
To attract them to it. We know there's a dark wizard at work here.
Cool. You're right.
You're not concerned at all about that bell ringing? Come on, Poppy. You already know.
You're about to lose the bucket also. Oh, or not.
We're none of us going to lose each other.
There's no reason to add a bell to the well unless it's supposed to be like an alarm system of some sort, you know? All right, have your happy moment. Something terrible is clearly about to happen.
Kind of stick, huh?
The shepherd's hook that was just leaning on the well? This is his staff?
No.
What is it?
But it can be a good start.
There's 5 of them.
Yeah.
Okay. They remind me of the Gales from Willow.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
What are you doing? No, get down!
Stay down. Nice. Whoa! It's gonna destroy the well. God, they're getting like pelted by desert rocks in there.
I mean, I hope not, because Nori and Poppy are hiding behind the well right now. So if it destroys the... No! Yeah, you're right. He's gonna lose his own stick.
He can't fully control it, you know? Yeah, hold on to the well. Hold on to the rope.
Oh, his stick is breaking.
But it's just showing how much more powerful he is when he uses one, you know? Well.
So much for that.
Oh my God, just hold on to each other.
I can't believe she let go.
No!
Oh my God.
There may have been better ways to handle that situation.
It's gone.
Has it?
Oh my God.
Only moonlight can tell.
Out of the moonlight, it is all but invisible.
It is.
That's really cool.
The night is cold, my lord. Shall I bring him a shawl?
No. That's cool. Those clouds.
That's a really cool shot. And the rains begin.
And now they're gonna feel
Did
even
he-
more bad.
Did he make it rain
Yeah,
just
I
now?
feel like he just did.
Did he just? He's trying to dial up the sympathy. He's like, okay, well, let
Yeah.
it rain on my head. That'll make them really feel sorry
Look
for
at his
me.
eyes.
He's doing a really different performance this season. Now that like the secret's out,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's just the context coloring all the choices that he makes. Like for us, the audience, that now that we know, but I feel like he's playing it way
Well, we're
more like
seeing
sinister and
deception
creepy.
more, rather than being deceived.
That's totally true.
You
We're
know?
seeing it from the deceiver's point of view.
If you do not leave willingly, you shall be removed by force. I can treat with you no longer.
Now it's too late. You're face to face with him. Now he can manipulate you.
She said you'd say that. Galadriel, you have spoken with her.
Well, haven't you?
Not since she left for Lindon.
Then you know nothing of what's happened. Nothing of the ring.
What are you gonna tell him has happened?
What of the rings?
Oh,
Okay,
no,
instantly.
'cause he has to
Instantly he has his
know.
interest.
What about the High King? Surely he wouldn't neglect to send word of...
Come on, dude. Really? You think that people have forgotten?
Where are you going?
There's no cause to stay where I'm not wanted.
Wait.
Can't believe he's doing the slow walk away, and it's working.
Working.
Yeah, as soon as they became face to face, it was over. Because like, he's
Oh,
already
gosh, he even
manipulated
gets
him
a goblet
once.
of wine.
Did they work? They worked wonders.
Aww.
Are you weeping?
No.
Man, I feel bad for Celebrimbor. Like, he cares about this so much.
He's so proud of himself.
After all this time, after so many centuries, to finally create something, I'm going to open a first stage bottle.
First stage? Wow.
Are you my friend?
Yes, of course.
Because there is no place for half-truths between those who have worked so close as you and I.
You're afraid.
You see, I've never been able to hide anything from you.
Oh my god.
Well,
why are you so easy?
I know, he's so easy.
I mean, anyone that's extremely passionate and single-minded like that, you can push their buttons and send them in a direction. I get it.
My name is not Halbrand.
Oh.
I take it then you're not a king.
Not even, mortal.
Oh, come on. That's not enough for you?
There are forces in this world, beyond evil. And sometimes they send aid in the form of an envoy, a messenger.
You cannot expect me to believe that you are a messenger from the Valard. Halbrand?
No.
Don't turn your back on him. He's not in any danger, though. Halbrand really needs him to make more rings, so I don't think he has to worry, but... God, it's Aspire. Once he moves and you don't know where he is anymore.
Oh!
The first stage! No! Oh, what a waste. What a waste.
Even his forge? Well, that's a big deal.
He's about to come out of the forge in a new form, isn't he?
Oh my god, you're right.
He's going to reveal himself to Celebrimbor, but it's not going to be his true form.
A storm is coming, Celebrimbor, and when our work is complete, never again will the world overlook you as the mere scion of Fëanor, but forevermore revere you. The Lord of the Rings.
He said the thing. Looking very Jesus-like right there. Wow.
So he just like forged his next form?
He just reforged himself. Yeah, totally.
Gosh, this actor. I hope he's having fun.
Mm-hmm. Get to transform himself so much.
And do such different types of performances.
What am I to call you?
I am your partner, a sharer of gifts.
Anatar.
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 The Lord of Gifts.
Lord of Gifts.
He looks so different.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy what hair and a beard do to a person.
Come on, Celebrimbor. If this is what he told Galadriel, why would Galadriel have turned him away?
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense if you stop and think about it, but he's so caught up in the moment, he's not going to think about that.
You depart for Eregion at first light with 5 of our bravest elves.
Elrond's coming with.
It is not I you ought to thank.
Elrond, I am very grateful you have decided to join my company.
Elrond's like, I'm only here to babysit the rings.
Elrond's task is not to join your company, but to lead it.
Oh.
Oh. It's the only way he'd agree. He gets to call the shots about the rings. Makes sense, honestly. Okay, time for a power struggle between former best friends.
But again, if she knows that all of this is for the same goal.
But she knows that they're at odds about the power of the rings themselves.
It's some sort of invitation from Lord Celebrimbor.
Oh,
what?
No.
Dwarves to come to Eregion.
About to make 7 rings. No! It's working!
What?
Halbrand's plan is working without a hitch so far. And honestly, you love to see it. You love to see it. We've spent so much time like talking about the evils of Mordor and fighting them and all the other Lord of the Rings adaptations. It's kind of nice to get to see like the bad guy working his, like doing his thing, plying his trade for once. Yeah. And look at this. Sauron. Charlie Vickers. Good for the actor. He finally doesn't have to hide behind Halbrand anymore. He can just be like, yeah, I'm Sauron.
I think Halbrand
I'm
was
Sauron.
before.
What of it? That one was really good. That one was really good. I feel like we've set the stage, and there's one episode left to go in our little trilogy, so I think it's going to like conclude this whole thing. And maybe we'll have the rings by the end of these first 3 episodes. That would be kind of crazy. That would be going through it really fast. But there's a lot of stuff they're going to cover this season, including the Siege of Eregion, everything going on in Numenor, Sauron's deception, turning into Anatar. Like, they don't have a whole lot of episodes, and they've got a lot of ground to cover. So I think that's one of the reasons why already it feels like we're moving faster than we moved last season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, season 2 already feels like it's at a faster
There's
pace.
so much story out there to
yeah,
tell. Really.
Yeah, there's so much.
I'm worried about Nori and Poppy.
Yeah, they got picked up and blown away, and we don't know where they ended up.
What if twisters up in here?
What if they somehow end up at the Dark Wizard's place, and then the stranger has to rescue them? Like, what if that's how he's able to manipulate Gandalf? He's like, well, I have your 2 little friends here, and if you do what I want, you can have them back.
I know, yeah, because Nori means a lot to Gandalf.
And Poppy means a lot to Nori.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, absolutely. Their fate is uncertain, but I think we'll find out in the next episode. Yeah. They're not going to leave that hanging for too long. It's going to break my heart.
I know it. I know the end of their story is gonna break my heart.
They're going to be fine. No. They're going to be fine. Nothing horrible is going to happen to the Harfoots.
No, you're right.
I hope not. I really hope
not. And Nori's just going to have to say goodbye, and it's going to be really sad.
And that alone will be really sad. Yeah, that's sad enough. Yeah. Like, without anything else on top. No, poor Nori.
I know. But, wow.
Yeah, this was a good episode. I am enjoying season 2 of Rings of Power so far. I think that's safe to say. The costumes have been fantastic. The sets are gorgeous. We're getting some really, really cool shots.
The animation's incredible. Like all of all the CGI.
Yeah. The show is dripping with
budget.
Moths
in this episode. And
that was really cool. Watching them take the corporeal form of the person, like.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with this Dark Wizard. I need to know everything about this Dark Wizard, who he is, what he wants. He's not an Istar so far. Like all of the wizards we've known about in Lord of the Rings have been Istari. Like that's kind of like if you want to be a wizard, you're one of these, one of the 7 wizards with these rods, and Saruman's the leader of the order. But I guess anyone can be a sorcerer, right?
I guess so.
Sauron is a sorcerer. He's not an Istar. This Dark Wizard like made a distinction between himself and the Istar, but he's also like a wizard. So I need to know more about him.
Yeah,
I guess I need to know more about him and his cool ass staff that he's got.
Oh, yeah, he does have a really
and his weird skull helmet riders. Did they die?
I don't know. We didn't.
They got swept up in the like the tornado as well, but we don't know.
We don't know.
What if them and Nori and Poppy are all in the same place now?
That's what I was wondering.
They all got picked up and taken somewhere else. It's possible. But thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our reaction to the Rings of Power Season 2, Episode 2. This reaction was edited by Nerd Chronic to comply with fair use, which means he chopped it down to 10 minutes, and you're missing most of the reaction here on YouTube. If you want to check out the full-length uncut version of this reaction, it's available on Patreon, and there's a link in the description of the video to the Patreon page. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya!